Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Tinker77. We are again on FoolCraft. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to start right off the bat and say, hey, if you liking these videos and you want me to continue making FoolCraft videos, please hit that like button. It takes just a quick second and it really helps me know that I'm doing really well and that you want me to continue with this, okay? So please do that. If you have any comments, you can also put the comments in there. I read those, I respond to those, and those comments have helped me out as well. Okay, so what's been going on? Well, last night we did another stream. And we made some improvements to the layout of the infrastructure. So let me show you what we did here. One of the things I did was back inside the smeltery room, which we finished on the last YouTube video. I moved in this basic area. This is our ultimate furnace. Okay, and I hung up some tools because, you know, nice to hang in tools. So that was not much. But then back here is where we did the core of the work last night. What we did here is we have our, we moved the dragon egg for our grid power. And I put another one and went and fought the end dragon, and we got another dragon egg. So now we have at least 1,000 grid power, which is excellent because we need that for other things later on. Then back here, I changed out this wall, and I just put in all capacitors. Now over here, we got two 25 million capacitors, and the rest of this is all just the 1 millions. We will slowly upgrade those as we go. But this is just an indicator. This is our battery. This is where we have all of our power. Okay, now back here is the rest of the system we have, which is just the regular generators, the lava, and the chicken eggs, and then we have some lines going out here, just going out to the rest of the base. And that's kind of what we did. So if you think about it, all this stuff that was here was over in that one section. So what happened to that section? Well, we cleaned it up. So here it is. You can see we've cleaned it all out. It looks really good. It looks like the other sections we've done, and it's all lit up. And I have a plan for that, and we're going to go and talk about that in just a little bit. But I just wanted to show you where we were with the last stream, okay? I'm down in my mine because I want to show you something here. Remember, I have Vein Miner in this pack, and we have my ultimate pick, which takes the items and transfers it over to our chest automatically. The problem is that right now, if I try to do this wall, I'll use Vein Miner. Look at how slow it's functioning. Okay, that's very slow. And then I'll release the key there. But see, that didn't vein mine very quickly. It's supposed to be a lot quicker. So why is that? And I believe it's because the colossal storage, the big chest we have, is got some bugs in it. It's kind of laggy, doesn't work right. So we're going to have to make another storage solution that's much better. And in refined storage, there's this idea of disk drives. So I'm going to be starting a project over the next few videos of getting an area where we are using disk drives for our storage instead of the big colossal chest. So that chest will be going away shortly. So let's get back to the base and we'll see what we can do with that. So what I want to do with this system is I'm going to use this area for the new storage system. Now what I'm thinking about doing is in refined storage, you have this thing called a disk drive, I believe. Looks kind of like this. And these hold storage disks. These are what hold your items. So we're going to have this big drive array of these disk drives. So I wanted to make kind of like a server facility that has that. So I'm going to put a little stand here. This is where they're going to go. And then from here on up, we're going to make it go all the way to the top. I'm putting this down for two reasons. One, I think it'll look better to have something to stand on. And plus, if we need to, I can always take it out and put in another set of disk drives right against the floor. So I'm going in. I don't want to be directly under the light, which is right here. So I want to be starting right here at this location is the first block. Okay, and we're going to go around. So see how I have two blocks off on each side? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way around, and this will be the basics of where we want the storage to go. Okay, the ring is in place. What I need to do now is I need to start building up some of the disk drives so we have them here. So let's go see what it takes to make one. Okay, this may be kind of expensive, but we'll get through it. So a disk drive takes a machine casing, an advanced processor, and a chest. So what I need to do, I got to make the chest. That's easy. Machine casings are just coarse enriched iron. That's not too terrible. The advanced processor, though, might take some time. So let me start getting all of this built up, and I'll try to do some grinding here to get it done. I'll do that kind of off camera. And when we get back, I should have enough to make the racks of storage that we need. Okay, so let me just start working on that. And with that, we have, I believe, 3 stacks of disk drives, which is excellent. Okay, let's go put that in to the system over here, or build up the system, I should say. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. I changed out the blocks from the little bluey circuit to this block from iron, which to me looks decent. So we're going to go with that. Now I want these blocks to be one spot behind. So let me put another one up here just so I can have a spacer. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the drives. I probably have too many drives, but that's fine. So these are going to be the disk drives. And I want to have them right like this. I'm going to have an entrance so I can go in so I can get back to the rest of the circuitry. Okay, so that's that. And then on this side here, we're going to do the same thing and go on this side like that. Okay, and then on this wall right here, we're going to go all the way around again. We're going to go all the way around the ring, and then I want to stack it at least 2 high. So let me get that done. Okay, we're done with stacking of the disk drives. So I think the next step we're going to have to work on is trying to get this cabled up and hooked up together. So let me go get what I need for that. So the idea here is we have our disk storage, and in the center in here I want to have like the primary crafting grid. It's the big one. We're going to have crafting grids located at various places around the base, but I want to have like a master one here. And this will be where the controller is and the grid itself. So what I need to do is I need to get power from over here. I believe I got a power line somewhere. Let's go check and see. There's a power line. So we need to get a power line all the way over to that first, and then we can hook up cabling to all these drives. So let me get that kind of mapped out. Okay, so I've run a power line through the center line over to here. It's going to come up. The controller is going to sit right on top of there, and then on top of that's the crafting grid. This is the cabling going out from the controlling system out to all of the rest of the devices, okay? So you can see here I've hooked this up, hooks into the disk banks, and they will kind of link the signal together with them, and it's running under the floor. I'm going to do that on the other side too, and then we're going to get the floor back in place, and we'll start to see if we can get the system up and running. So let me continue on and do that. Okay, now we're ready to hook up the controller for this section, so I'm going to put this right down on here, on the energy. Okay, and it's got power, and you can see no device hooked up. This controller is completely independent of this system over here. So eventually, when we get this system up and running, we will transfer all the items over, destroy this, and then hook this system into the rest of the cabling. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our crafting grid right there. Okay, now we do not have this hooked up yet into, so let's see if we can hook that up right into there. There we go. Okay, so it hooks right into there. That's great. So really I don't even need this row here. Let's clean this up a little bit. Maybe I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Darn it, you got to have it there so you can block off what that looks like. Okay, so I made a little mistake. Then I wanted to have some glass around it, except for where the, let's see, I'll even fill that in with glass. Except for the front where we're going to get to the crafting grid. Okay? And then maybe we'll cap it off again with this type of block. Okay? That gives us access to the grid. Maybe I'll make this a little bit different, look better. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But anyway, so the crafting grid should be open. So the next thing we have to do, let's make sure we can get into it. Yep, we can. The next thing is all these disk drives are completely empty, which means we need to make some disks. So let me go take a look at that, and we'll get started with it. The mob farm has been running for a while now, and I've done that on purpose because I've noticed that we get what are called these storage parts, okay? So if I go in here and look, we have 64 already storage parts for 1K. And that's one of the primary ingredients for making the discs. For 1K discs, they have 1K, they have 16K, and they have some 64Ks, I believe. Wow, so you got lots of fluid ones too. But as far as storage, we go up to 64K. 64, 16, 4, and 1. So I'm going to do a bunch of the 1Ks, and then we can later on upgrade and as we need the storage system. So what do we need for this? It's just glass, redstone, quartz enriched iron, and storage parts. So here we go. I'm going to click on that. We have everything in there. We should get a full stack of that, I would think. But they don't stack. So, okay. So we'll just grab a bunch of these. Okay. There we go. And then we just run over here and we're going to put them into the system. So I'm going to start with right here. Let's see. And there we are. 8K. You can see the drives are in. The lights are up. So now I just have to do this for a little while, adding in the disk drives. Okay, so we got 3 drives completed. Let's see if this shows us anything on here. I can't click on the grid. Let's just pull this out for a second so I can click on the grid. So showing the disk drives and how much disk drives we're using and that sort of thing. So I think we're okay. So now we could actually put something in here. Like if I wanted to put this block that we just put in, there it is. It's in the disk drives. Very cool. So let me get some more of those disk drives made. So from the 64 of the storage parts that I had gained from the mob farm down there, I was able to put in this array. What I really want to do with this right now is I want to make sure I get this entire bank filled up with 1K, and then we're going to start to see if we can transfer items and see how far we get with it. It'll probably fill it up, but I just want to see and gauge it. So let's start doing this. Let's get some more 1K drives. There we go. It's looking really nice. That's our first bank filled with 1K drives. Obviously, we'll probably need more, and we have space on the other 3 walls. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to get the items, some of the items transferred over here to over here and see how we do. Now there's 2 ways that I could do this. I could run a line from here over to here, and that's the easier way. But what I want to try is using a wireless system. So, and I've seen this on some of the other FoolCraft videos, and I want to give that a try because I've never done it. So we're going to set up a system where it'll send it over wirelessly. Through, I believe, some sort of like an ender chest or something like that that'll work, okay? So let me just see how I can figure this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a wireless transmission from the big chest over to the new storage. Now what I'm going to use, and I'm doing this mostly just to see how it works and play with it, is I'm going to use these special ender chests, which are programmable. You can code it to be locked, and then you give it a special code based on color, and they will sync up if they match up the right color. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I want to put basically an interface. So let's drill in here, and let's see. I can't really stand there, but we're going to put something right here. So let's take this out. Okay, and we're going to put in an interface. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Now from that, we're going to put some conduit and bring it out really quick here. Out to right there, and right there's where we're going to put that the ender chest. Let's do one more. We'll put it right in the hall so that way I can get behind it if I need to. This is extract, always active, and we're going to put the max speed upgrades we can. We want it to go as fast as possible. Okay, so let's put this glass back here. Now I'm going to put this ender chest down. And what then you can do is, if you have the materials here, you can lock it. So see how it's gold on the front? You right click on it with the diamond, and now it's locked specifically to me. And now you can put a code in. So I'm going to put blue, white, blue as the code. And there you go. So now if we do this, we set this to insert. And this should be filling up with items. Excellent. Okay. So that's good. Now that's coming into here. So the next step I have to work on is getting the reception side and put it over there. So I wonder, can I put some upgrades into this here? No. Okay. So we'll just have to wait for it. We'll see how it goes. You can see it's already filling up with items. That's great. Let me go get the rest of this. For the next bit, we're going to be using an importer coming off of the ender chest. Now the importer takes a destruction core, an improved processor, and there are some upgrades that we need to make from this. So we have to make all of that with the solder that we have back in the back room. So to make this, for instance, for a destruction core, that's kind of easy. So we'll make one of those. That's easy. Now, the other one is the improved processor, which takes an improved processor, which is just a block of gold, a redstone, and a printed silicon. Okay, and we don't have any of those. So we'll get that material right now. We'll get some redstone. We need a printed processor, which we have a ton of those. And we need an improved, which is made out of gold. So we'll get some gold here, and we'll run over, and we'll make that. With the improved processor made, we can now make the importer, which is that right there. Okay, now that we have that, now we need to get some stack upgrades and some speed upgrades. So if you see here, this is called the stack upgrade, and it takes a bunch of speed upgrades and some sugar. Now, it takes 4 speed upgrades there. A speed upgrade is the upgrade spot, this, and some sugar. So we're going to make sure we have sugar, but we also have to get these upgrades, which takes more improved processors. So let's build some of this out, and we'll have what we need. Now that I have the improved processors, I'm going to put those in, and now we can start to make the upgrades. So these upgrades here, we need a bunch of these. That's what I'm going to make. I make a bunch, as many as I can here. 6, 7, 8. Let's make 8 for now. Okay, then we need to make speed upgrades. Let me put these back in the system here. Now I'm going to need 3 speed upgrades right for there, but for the stack, it takes speed upgrades of 4 more. So I need a total of 7 speed upgrades. And that is built in the solderer again with sugar and the upgrades. So let me go and make that. At this point in the recording, I made all the items necessary and went over to the receiving area and hooked everything up, and everything started working fine. Unfortunately, that video file was corrupted, so I'm unable to include it. So we'll go on right now to where I picked up after I hooked everything up. There we go. All the lights have turned red, which means we've maxed out this facility here. Plenty of other items still coming in, so we are definitely going to have to do some upgrades and add in more banks. I might try to go for the next level, which is the 4K, maybe even the 16K. I'm not sure. I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight. You can go to twitch.tv at Tinker77 Live, and on there we'll probably be doing more of this tonight to get this upgraded, because this video has become a little bit longer. I want to start editing it out and get it out today so people are ready to go. So I'm going to stop it here. You can see it's working though. Everything's working great. We just got to add more disk drives. That's all we need to do. So if you like this video, please click that like button. If you have any comments, put them in the comments section. And of course, if you'd like to be notified of videos that I produce, please subscribe to this channel. Also, hey, we're doing a push to try to get to the goal of 250 subscribers. I'm at 155 or so right now. So let anybody else know. Hey, maybe they'll sign up. So thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.